All right. Welcome back to the Polished Playbook Podcast. This is where sports, culture, fashion, and real life all run the same offense. Now, if this is your first time joining us, welcome, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Sharon, and I go by DJ Diamond Diva in the building. And this is my co-host, Keena Gunnels, a.k.a. Nails and Novels with a Z. Get it right. And we are your new favorite sports girlies, okay? We tackle everything from KC Sports. Each episode, we're breaking down the headlines, the mess, the magic, and all the moments that make sports feel personal. Now, of course, before we hop into things, Miss Keena, what's going on? How's the week been? Wait.
I mean, it's going. But let me tell you what I'm excited about this week.
What?
Look, y'all, this has nothing to do with sports. But my nails, y'all, my nail girl has been out of the country for like a month and a half.
Ooh.
And I had someone else do this set, great set.
Yeah,
but, I broke one and I really ripped my whole nail off. Like, yeah,
No.
I have a little piece of nail there.
I thought that was just,
No, it's not there.
Did it hurt?
Yes, but I was in Chicago shopping and one of the shoe boxes, I was putting it back and it, that. But why did I just continue to shop while I was bleeding? And then I was like, okay, well, I'm done looking at the shoes now. So can I get a Band-Aid?
No blood on the shoes. Can
I get a Band-Aid
on
now?
them, you buy them.
So I am excited for my girl to be back and for me to get my nails done the correct way. That is going to be my highlight of the week.
Yay. Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited. So I got to toggle my nail appointment this week because, the Chiefs play on Saturday.
They do.
And my appointment is on Saturdays at 2. So we're going to see. Now, this is the thing, because I initially, before I registered that the Chiefs was playing, I was like, I got something else. My nephews was going to be doing something. So I was like, I'm going to go check in on them, see what that's talking about.
Yeah.
So she was like, I can move you up. And I think I moved up to like 10 or something. But now it's like,
that's not enough
because
time.
I got to cover the. I don't know if it's going to be. So I'm going to see. I really hope so, because it's
maybe somebody will cancel Friday. You can go.
Something. And then she's usually good with get me in. So something's going to work out. And then maybe I can still do both. But
yeah, hopefully. Yours don't look. You got all 10 of yours, right?
Yeah, we still intact.
Okay.
However, it's time. But okay, well, you ready to
real
just dive on
quick
in?
before we dive in?
What's up?
How was the big thing you did this weekend?
Oh, well, okay. It was great. Look, I'm still blushing about it. So I had the privilege to DJ the Neo and Akon concert here in Kansas City at Morton Amphitheater. My girl Keena came out to support. And my best friend Brittany, of course, my husband Halsey. Like, it was just a really dope experience to be able to do that. Like, it was a sold out crowd.
Packed.
Like, that's the biggest crowd that I've ever DJ'd in front of. And it was just awesome. Like I said, to be able to meet the talent, to just be in that atmosphere, all the technical stuff, and just kind of, like, it was super dope. So that was my first time with that big. Like I said, I've DJ'd for artists before that have come, but not at a concert level. It's just like been at an appearance or at an event. So smaller scale, not 16,000 scale. But that wasn't the last time. Look, I'm speaking
it definitely wasn't. And she did
so
amazing.
Thank
you had the crowd rocking. Everybody was hype. This is just the beginning for you.
Thank you, Keena. Oh, I appreciate that. I always fill my bucket up.
Yes, that's what friends do.
Yay. So, you know what, Keena, let's go ahead and dive right on in.
Get
The people
into
want to know
it.
what's going on around the
What's
league
going
in
on?
the NFL. We have officially reached the point that football is, like, it feels
It's
real
here.
now. Like, this is it. We're here. So training camp is in full swing. We got all the fights and all the things happening. We had our Hall of Fame game last week. That was good. That ended up being a really interesting game, believe it or not. Because usually preseason is like, man, unless it's a team that you're really watching, then, it just is what it is. But that went down to like the final seconds. Like, it was a really good game.
Wow,
Yeah, they were putting up points. So shout out. It was the Panthers and the Cardinals.
Nice.
So it ended up being a good game. Beyond that, we're kicking off the other 30 teams, and even the 2 that play, everybody's playing this week, starting on Thursday. So we got some Thursday games, Friday games, and Saturday games. I'm pretty sure, look, don't let me lie. Let me see. I got them all here. Look,
I know
you
you
get carried
ain't
away.
lying.
Don't give me the line, chat. I'm pretty sure we had a Friday for preseason.
I'm
Let me
sure.
see. But we may not. Look, see how my notes, these are too many notes, y'all. The fact that I'm still scrolling, I don't know if y'all can hear my taps, my finger taps. These nails we talking about, the tippity tap
many
of the nails.
games.
Whatever, we gonna get, it's at the whole bottom of my list, child. At
Either
the end
way.
of at the rundown, the wrap up,
Yeah.
the closing huddle.
Yeah. We'll talk about
the
then.
games. So we'll let you know for the weekend. So let me go ahead and get back up to the top because we want to kick it off with news around the league. And we want to start with Quinnen Williams making a splash, getting paid. Let's start at the bank. That's the best place to start, ain't it? Now, the Dallas Cowboys and defensive tackle Quinnen Williams has agreed to a 3-year, $105.9 million extension. Keena, what would you do with $105 million? Just what's the first thing?
First thing is I'm getting up out of here. I'm going somewhere where I've always wanted to go.
To live or just
no,
to visit?
just to celebrate my big money.
Okay. 105.9. Now that's an average of about $35.3 million a year, and this is $101 million guaranteed. So if the man get hurt tomorrow, he's got $101 million no matter what.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to him. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Shout out to him.
What else can you say?
There's nothing else I can say. Okay. Teddy Bridgewater retires. If y'all remember quarterback Teddy, he was only 33. And he announced his retirement. So he was expected to be Jared Goff's primary backup in Detroit. Okay. And so now I wonder what they're going to do.
Wasn't he working with some kids too?
Yes.
That's
yep, he's really involved in that. So he's deciding to do that. And so that's really exciting. We talked about before how a lot of players don't know when to give it up.
Yeah.
They get out and then it's like, well, what do I do? Like football's my whole identity. And Teddy said, well, I got some other stuff going on. So I'm going to holler at y'all.
Yeah, he could take off his football hat and move on to something that may mean a little bit more to him.
Right. So. And then sometimes people come back. He may retire now.
I don't want to talk about people coming back. Just
well, shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. Congratulations on moving to the next phase of his life. Now the injury bug already is doing the most, you guys. So we're seeing some impacts on some of these rosters. Cade Mays, he's a center and offensive lineman for the Lions. He's got a fractured wrist, expected to be out 8 to 10 weeks. Luther Burton III, a wide receiver for the Chicago Bears, he has a groin injury and expected to miss about a month. Yep. Mizzou, stand up. Dylan Reduns, he's an offensive tackle and guard with the Saints. He's got a torn ACL. Out for the season. Those are the worst.
They are.
That's the worst.
I mean, you're ending your season before it even starts.
Before it even grand opening, grand closing. Yeah. You hate to hear it. Isaiah Pacheco, former Chief. With the Lions, MCL sprain. He is expected to return most likely by week 1, but right now he's on the sidelines. And then I feel like I spoke about Ricky Pearsall last week, the wide receiver. He's obviously out for the season with a severe knee injury.
Now, didn't he get shot before too? Wasn't he the one that got shot? Do you remember that?
No. When did he get shot?
It was not last season. It was the season before. He got shot. He was out somewhere. And I don't remember what happened, but he got shot. And he couldn't play for a while. So
gosh. Yeah. Now, I remember, and I can't remember his name, the one player that hurt himself with fireworks.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name.
He was with the Giants. I feel like, child. Man, got shot. Yeah, I bet probably if I look it up, I'll be like, I remember that. But like right now, I'm like, man got shot, child? Yes. Oh, my gosh. All right, so Keena.
Okay.
Get ready to show the people the pictures.
Right,
so what I want to spend just a small amount of time talking about is, if you guys may have not known, Highmark Stadium just opened its doors to fans this past weekend. They got a new stadium, and this is actually a pretty expensive stadium, okay? $850 million of this stadium build came from taxpayers, making this the second largest public subsidy for an NFL stadium in league history, okay?
Wow.
The stadium was originally estimated to be around $1.4 billion. The final price tag landed at about 2.2 billion. So they went way over. Okay. And so when the fans came in, some people gave some good reviews about it, but a lot of people kind of went in. And so we're going to show y'all some things that's going on, okay? So obstructed views is a major problem. This immediately went viral. So fans attending the first major event posted photos showing certain seats where the view of the field is partially blocked by things like staircases, railings, and structural elements. And so we're not talking about just sitting behind somebody you can't see. Like this is literally the structure of the facility. Like, can you imagine sitting on some of these seats?
Hot. I am angry. Like what am I here for? The vibes?
Why would you do that? No. Like y'all literally built this stadium and y'all said we just gonna throw these seats in here so we can have capacity.
You could have put something else there, maybe like a little kiosk for people to buy like things, because that's a horrible seat.
And that's the point. Imagine paying you pay thousands of dollars for tickets sometimes, and then that's what you get. Like that's what y'all gonna do to me? So that's the first thing. And people are like, so how does this, like how I'm saying, how does this happen on a $2.2 billion stadium, okay? And especially with the technology they have, they're supposed to be able to map all of this stuff out.
Yeah.
Everybody, That's the one thing I love about Arrowhead Stadium is that there's not a bad seat in terms of view in the house.
No.
Wherever you at, from the tippity top to the bottom, you're going to see the field in its entirety. Yeah. And this is just stupid. Also, the scoreboards, y'all. Look at that. Okay, so I don't know if I included a picture with the scoreboards, child. They're small. So
what?
They're small. They're small. Social media has been cooking the Bills about this. Somebody was like, you need binoculars
to see the scoreboard.
So they're exaggerating on that. I'm positive they're exaggerating on that. But when I looked at the scale, when you look at the stadium and then that board, it is like small. It's like in the middle. I feel like I thought I had one. I apologize. Y'all go look them up. But yeah, the boards are not anything to be excited about.
You're supposed to see that very well.
Yes, from a mile away.
Yes.
It should be big up top. They had it kind of like in between something, and then it was like just a rectangular.
What?
Then, not only that, there's a canopy. Okay, so the stadium was designed with an open air canopy that covers about 2/3 of the seating. So not all of it, just 2/3 of the seating, and rather than being completely enclosed, which that's another point. Some people are like, well, we ain't gonna be able to have no Super Bowl because there's no full
complete
roof.
Closure. Yeah.
So there's that. But they're complaining about how the design is actually channeling strong winds towards parts of the upper deck during bad weather.
That doesn't even sound
safe.
Safe.
Buffalo gets bad weather.
Yeah.
So imagine having them seats in December. You're going to be cold. You're going to be like, it's going to be crazy. Then finally, on top of that, it's a smaller stadium, much smaller. So previously, they were able to hold about close to 70,000. I think I just said 71,000. This one holds approximately 60,108 fans, which is more than 10,000 fewer seats than the previous stadium.
And they should have fewer seats because they shouldn't have put some of them seats in there.
Yes, that's yeah, you might as well just make that something else, because this one right here, the one that's on the screen, I can't even see the other end zone.
Like, what's going on here?
What is that? Like, I don't.
And that's high up too, and I can't see the whole field. I usually think like if I'm sitting in a high seat, I should be able to see everything. The entire field.
Yeah, that's kind of up there.
No,
child. So this is why people are upset, is because you got to pay a lot of money to get in. There's less seats, which is also going to drive up the cost of existing tickets because there's less supply for the demand. And so it's like, why are we doing this? Now, to be fair, there are some good things about it. Some people were saying the concourse looks better. Of course, it's newer, it's upgraded. So I don't want to be like, because trust me, I ain't been yet. I was at the old Highmark and I wasn't impressed really. When I went, it's always cool to go to another stadium. Yeah. This was during the COVID times. So when I was a COVID nurse, so we got to fly on, it was the best experience ever. We flew on a plane, the police escort to the stadium. Ooh. So I was wrapped up in all of that.
Fancy.
But then when we got there into the suite, I was like, oh, it just felt like a high school or college. A community college stadium. I'm telling you, it felt real small. And already, I didn't realize it was 70,000. That's a lot. That's still less than Chiefs Stadium. But now y'all went 10,000 lower than that. And it already felt a little small. Yeah. I can only imagine that this is kind of underwhelming, per se.
Yeah.
So anywho, Keena, what do you think about this? If this was us and they was like, surprise that this is the new stadium, how would you feel?
Number one, I'm already hot about this topic, but
I know.
looking at the way they have done this stadium, if I was a Bills fan, let's say I'm a season ticket holder.
Yes, season ticket holders, yeah.
I am hot because what if you're in those seats that you can't see anything? Why are those available? Why did y'all put those in there? I understand you want to be more modern. You want it to look better. I understand all upgrades. I get that. You said the concourse is fabulous and everything like that. But if I'm there and the scoreboard is small, I already can't see.
It was a little small.
So you got a small scoreboard and so many seats with obstructed view. I'd be like, Cardi, what was the reason?
Yeah. Yep. Now they spent money on their field. They have a real grass field now with the heated underneath, which is what we have here in Arrowhead. And they did, because like I said, the feedback was kind of overwhelming, that they made a statement to address the fans and the people that were upset. And they said they're actually going to address them on a case-by-case basis before the season. So so when they said that, I'm like, so what are you or y'all about to like do some more work on the stadium in the next couple of weeks? Because that's the way they made it seem, a case by case basis, and they were going to be working on improvements up until opening day. So as we saw, that big old structural thing,
you're not going to remove that. You're not going to remove that.
So I don't know if that was an appeasement answer or if they're really going to see. I would love to see if they come back and say we've made the screens bigger and we've.
But another issue is, why didn't y'all get a full closure? Because y'all gonna still have fans coming out to dig y'all snow out,
right?
What was the
remember
reason?
They was doing that. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go big, go big. It looks like
y'all
just
thing
went
only
home.
Covers 2/3. Like, so what's the? So I guess depending on how much you want to pay for the tickets, you pay for the cover.
I wonder how much the tickets went up with this as well, because it has to.
But this just should have never happened, in my opinion. Like, it's great that they have acknowledged the fact that people were saying stuff and that they're saying that they are going to try to make things better.
Yeah,
but it just probably shouldn't have happened in the first place, in my opinion.
No.
But congratulations to the Bills on your new stadium.
Enjoy.
That the people paid for and don't like. All right. I'm going to get off y'all neck. Moving along, let's bring it on to the Chiefs, baby. Now, we know the Chiefs' first preseason game is happening this Saturday here in Kansas City at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time against the Los Angeles Rams. Thank goodness it's preseason. That's all. I'm telling you, my way too early pick was the Rams and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. But in camp so far, because we know preseason, this isn't to who wins. Even though I'm very competitive, I love for Chiefs to win every single game, preseason or not. We want to evaluate the talent and the depth of the team. And so far, some of the folks that have been standing out in training camp for me that I'm interested to see in an actual game against an opponent is going to be cornerback Noel Williams. Now, he's been able to work with the first team a lot and has even drawn praise from QB1, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And, our secondary, we've got some injuries. We still, day-to-day on Delane and all of that. So he's been doing really good, and this is an opportunity for him with those injuries to get that time so that they can see, because you guys know people getting cut, like people gonna lose their job that they don't have yet. And so you gotta stand out. It's only gonna be a 53-man roster, and then they allow so many extras and all of that, but this is where they're gonna be making the cuts. Somebody else, Jaden Hicks, safety Jaden Hicks. He's been showing out. He's been making some plays in coverage and has reportedly been one of the most disruptive defensive backs during training camp so far, which is important because we've got some youngins out there now, a lot of babies. If we go,
why we sound old when we say
that? That's why I have to stop and chuckle. And this is just real quick. I remember the time when I used to watch sports, and to me, the athletes look older.
Yes.
Like, I thought that they were like 30s, 40s, which now they are.
Yeah.
But it's like they just seemed way older. And then now I'm at the point where I've eclipsed some.
We way older, okay?
It's like, I'm older than you now? Oh my gosh, what
strange.
is this? What kind of life is this? So, yeah, that's why I said the babies, even though they grown men.
They babies to us, okay?
Yeah. So Jaden Hicks, like I said, I want to see what he's talking about. He's been having some good snaps once again. Somebody else, Tyquan Thornton, y'all. Yes. Tyquan Thornton. Now, he's got some really good speed, and he's been putting some really impressive plays together in practice. He had this one contested catch, and that's pretty much what we need. He was able to get that, create separation down the field, and we need playmakers.
We do.
Because we know Pat going to give it to whoever's open, and you got to be ready, and we are heavily guarded. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's on. So, to me, like I said, outside of the drops, we need people who can make catches. And so far, he's showing that he's one of the tops. Now, we know that we're still waiting to see Rashee Rice. Before Rashee Rice went down, I told you before Pat clipped him, took his legs out, he was in trajectory to be like one of the top. Like he was, I think at that point, one of the top three in the whole league.
He really was.
So I don't think he's lost that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I know sometimes injuries make people different, but I believe that he'll be back up to speed. We have, of course, Xavier Worthy, who was shining, and hopefully with this year, he'll be able to improve on that even more. So I have hopes for the wide receiver position and the depth we have. But like I said, I'm curious to see Tyquan Thornton, what he's going to do.
I'm excited.
Kenneth Walker.
Mr. Fight?
Yes, I was going to say. Okay.
Mr. Rumble in the Jungle?
So we're going to move it because, like, as I mentioned in the wide receiver room, it's not for the lack of talent. It was just a lot of chaos. People wasn't catching balls. People was dropping the balls. People was all that. So if we can be consistent with that, which we'll get into in a little bit with Coach Bieniemy back. If we can do that, eliminate those drops, allow more opportunities for Mahomes to make some plays and consistently execute, I think we'll be dangerous. But this is the first step. I don't anticipate seeing a lot of starters out there at all. But I think seeing Justin Fields with some of these quarterbacks, that this will be a good goal to see what we really talking about. Now, what I was going to say, Kenneth Walker, we back to him. We know he's a beast, and he's been looking good. Vision, burst, physicality, all of that, right? He's giving it to him, but he's giving us a little more on top, okay? A little bit extra, a little sauce with it. Now, I don't mind chippiness, and this is what I want to ask you, Keena. To me, I don't mind a little bit of chippiness, a little bit of heart. Like, we want you to be committed and care about what's going on. But he had been in a few little skirmishes so far. So, Drew Tranquil, he tossed a football at Drew Tranquil after taking a surprisingly aggressive hit during a non-contact playoff drill. So, if I'm in a practice drill and then you ain't supposed to touch me and then you hit me pretty hard, then can I blame him for that?
No.
No. Then Alohi Gilman.
Another
one. Okay. He engaged in a heated sideline shoving match with Alohi Gilman during a team drill, culminating into Walker throwing the ball and executing a wrestling-style takedown on Gilman that temporarily halted the practice. Now, we don't want to be held up the practice, but my thing is, this is where it happens. How many times have we seen Travis Kelce chippy getting in people's faces?
I'm surprised I ain't seen it this go around.
Well, because there's a new sheriff in town apparently. Right. Kenneth Walker said, "I got this." But
Excuse me.
I don't think it's a big deal because, like I said, that happens now. If it just continues to happen, or he's doing super extra stuff, then it's like, well, hey, hold on, we need you to chill out.
Yeah.
But this is just what it is. But they kind of made it a big deal, child, on social media about how he's acting up and this and that, and I'm like. I think it's blown out of proportion, but I wanted to ask what you think. Are you okay with a little bit of chippiness, or do you think this is too much?
Now, we talked about this last week. If it happens once, okay. Mm-hmm. If it happens twice, it's like, okay.
Like, why he keeps
But then
the
if
ball
it keeps what is or do you want to be the quarterback? Why are we throwing the ball? But I feel like, and then I saw some of the talk on social media, like, oh, he don't want to be in Kansas City, or he don't like it there, blah, blah, blah.
He had a choice to come to Kansas City. He want to be in Kansas City.
He made that choice. He wants to be here, but these are all new people to him to play with.
Yeah.
So he's just figuring things out. And like you said, Drew didn't have to hit him that hard. Yeah. So I totally understand that. So, I mean, it's just.
I wonder if was that like but I mean, Kenneth Walker ain't no Ricky or nothing.
Right. You've been hit.
Is this like a hazing or something? Like, what you doing?
He didn't like none of that. So, but that shows that he ain't going to take nothing from nobody. Teammate, nothing. So as long as they're still getting along in the locker room and on the field, it's fine. Right now, this is preseason. This is practice. We'll see how it all pans out. I wouldn't be too worried about it right now.
Me neither. Same. Well, there's that. Now, on the other side of the field, we're talking about the Rams. Trent McDuffie. Now, I don't know. He might play. Like I said, this is the first preseason game. And sometimes you'll see just maybe a drive or two from the starters. And then you usually don't see him in the second game. They've changed the format recently because it used to be back in the day, they had 4 preseason games. Now we're down to 3. Then usually on that, it's like one of them that the starters play a ton. And I feel like it's usually like the second one or something that they usually will have him out there, but I don't really anticipate a lot of the starters, but maybe we'll see McDuffie, and that'll be something because it's back in Kansas City. He's our guy. Like, we have much love for him. I know that I said he is our guy.
You did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay though. We still love.
We got Delane and Sneed as our guy now.
Look,
they're still up, so I could see it being a nice little clap and ovation.
Of course,
when he comes out on the field.
Of course.
So I'm excited to see him. Now, I don't want to see him shining, though. Let's be clear.
Hey.
You can shine against everybody else, but when you play the Chiefs, shut him down. I don't want nothing. No interceptions, no broken up plays, nothing.
Just
the
hang
worst
out
game
with us. That's
of his
all.
season.
Just hang out. That's it.
Just come say what's up. So once again, the Chiefs are going to play this Saturday at 3 p.m. at Arrowhead Stadium. Be in the place, or at least watch it, because I think it's going to be really good.
Question.
All right? What's your question?
Any news on the other one that may try to return? Aaron Donald?
Oh, not yet. I personally, like I said, this is an unofficial take. I think he's coming back. I think they're just working on the technicalities of it all. But the way Sean McVay is talking, smirking every time they ask him about it, I feel like it's a done deal that he'll be back in some capacity. So, hey, they gonna run it. We'll see out in the Super Bowl. That's just the way I feel about it. And then you just never know. Like, that's the thing about football that I love. It raises your blood pressure, but it makes it exciting because it's literally one and done. You could be so good, and then there's one player, one thing, and then you out. So
yeah, that's
even
very
though
true.
They'll be stacked. You just got to see what they do. But
I would like to see it though. I would like to watch them and watch them play.
Fun.
It's gonna be. I know. Not
it'll
against
be fun
us.
When we not. Yeah.
I just want to see them play. Like, not against us.
Oh my gosh! And I'm not even trying to overreact.
That's crazy.
drilled in my memory. That game, it was one of the first games when I was like, well, let me look at what Aaron Donald. Everybody talking about Aaron Donald. What's going? Man, I was. I'm not even lying to y'all. I was like, I see why he's getting all this money. Like, he is impossible. That's why they triple team him. Like, he's impossible.
That is a grown
So him
man.
and Myles Garrett, I just feel like y'all shouldn't. There should be a rule. We can't run it up like this.
That line better get it together.
Oh my gosh.
The offensive line better have it together.
Oh my gosh, y'all better
protect your quarterbacks.
we got time to work on it, Keena. Yeah. We'll see. We got till February to work on it. So
we got a little bit of time.
So moving on, I want to go into. No, I'm not gonna go into it yet.
Why not?
Well, because I think I'm gonna save
it till later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I was gonna get into some Eric Bieniemy stuff, but I'll put it with our other segment. Keena, let's hear what we got going on with the ladies in the WNBA.
The ladies of the WNBA.
Of the W.
All right, I'll start off with the power rankings. They have changed a little bit. Lynx are not coming off that number 1 spot. Valkyries are now in the 2 spot, but the surprise is the Washington Mystics have jumped into the 3rd spot. They have been on a winning streak. They have been just, I mean, when they played the Dream, they had 12 blocks, okay? 12 blocks.
Nice.
In that game. I'm so glad I was too busy to watch that game because I would have been hot. But I love the Mystics team, though. A lot of young players. They're coming together. I love to see it. The Aces are in the 4th spot and the FIBA are in the 5th spot. So there's been a lot of talk because the FIBA roster was revealed for the 2026 World Cup for the women's basketball. So the 12 that were selected were, of course, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Ryan Howard, Jackie Young, and Kelsey Plum, and, of course, Stewie for the New York Liberty. So when people ask, they ask me, do you feel like there were any snubs? Because looking at the team, I don't feel like there's any surprises on who made the team. There are a couple of surprises on who didn't, and one of the main ones was Sabrina Ionescu. She's a 2-time gold medalist. She's a star. Even her own teammate, Stewie, was very surprised that Sabrina didn't make it this time around. But, she's had some injuries and things like that, but I really felt like Sabrina was one that should have been on this roster. But then again, you think, who should you take off? And that's the hard part. And then, of course, Kelsey Mitchell and Olivia Miles were 2 that I thought could be in that, but they didn't even do the training, the training group. They weren't a part of the training camp or anything like that. So I do understand why they didn't make it. But Kelsey Mitchell is playing outstanding this year. And, of course, we're seeing what Olivia Miles can do. Olivia Miles is in the MVP talks for the season. So I get it. But, I mean, you're going with a squad that can't do no wrong anyway. I mean, it's stacked. So, therefore, it is what it is. There's only 12 spots. That's all you can do. So, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. So September 4th through the 13th is when FIBA World Cup is. It's held in Berlin, Germany. 16 teams. It's the largest field in tournament history. Okay. So, Team USA will be in Group D with China in Italy, and they play that first, the 4th, 6th, and 7th they're playing. What else? I had something to say about that, and I just lost my during that time, the W will be taking a break, so there will be no WNBA games because there's so many women playing, even for different countries during that time. So from the 4th through the 13th, you need to be watching FIBA because there will be no WNBA games on. So, I'm excited. I do think USA will be the front runners. They're going to have a little trouble. They played France in the Olympics, and they only won by 1. So, we'll see how that works. I think France can give them some trouble, China, and then Australia as a wild card may be able to give them some trouble. So, I'm excited to watch.
USA on top should be.
If you're going to watch, y'all know this is in Germany. So, y'all need to look at them times because you may need to get up early.
Set your DVR.
So, you need to
Then if you do the DVR, you probably get a spoiler. If you subscribe
I'm going to get up. I'm going to watch. So I'm excited for those. So now let's get into some mess. Not really mess, but we've been dealing with this for a while. So DiJonai Carrington versus Sophie Cunningham. So DiJonai was ejected with a flagrant 2 foul on Sophie Cunningham during the FIBA game. The FIBA did beat the Sky. I mean, I get that. So she came across hitting her in the head/neck on a fast break layup. To me, she was going for the ball.
Okay.
This is how DiJonai plays. She has like one of my girls, Ann said, like a volleyball type of block that she's coming hard at any point. She's also used to play football. She was the only girl on the team playing football. So she's rough, but she was going for the basketball. Okay. But the excess, about smooth, about knocked her head off. Now she didn't Wimby but like that, because y'all still don't know why y'all didn't give that man nothing on that. Ooh, I mean, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. But yeah, but the main issue, anytime a team is playing against the FIBA, there's always a problem with racial things happening and things like that. But what DiJonai did when she got ejected, she went to the locker room, immediately went to social media, which I wish she would have kept this in like the group chat, and tweeted white privilege and tagged the FIBA in it. A lot of people are upset with that because they're like, well, why are you bringing race into it and all that? But I know why she's bringing race into it. So the issue that people are having, there was no context with that.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you what I think the context was. And I could be wrong, but as a black woman, I think I know what she's talking about. So last year, Sophie Cunningham almost took off Chelsea Sheldon's head in a game, protecting Kaylin Clark. There was no play on the ball. There was nothing. It was, I'm taking her head off of her neck and taking it home with me. That's what it was. It was bad.
Sheesh.
So what happened is, then JC got up, and of course she went after her, which caused Sophie Cunningham to grab her by the neck. So it was like a whole thing. So with that, yes, Sophie did get ejected from that game, but so did JC. So in this game, after DiJonai fouled her, of course Sophie gets up big and bad, and she makes contact with DiJonai. Where was her foul? Why didn't she get anything? When she did this against JC had every right to, pop up and like, what's wrong? But she got ejected. So what? So the question is, why didn't she? So that's where I think the white privilege came in. And JC is white or whatever, but this has to do with the FIBA. Like, why am I being held accountable for something and someone else isn't? So it's a big mess. Like,
it is.
Like, we want things to be consistent.
And that's the problem. I feel like they're trying to do better. That's why they have all these technologies with the replays and things that can go back. Because before that, it just was what it was. Depending on which referee you had is what it was going to be.
Yeah.
But that's the frustrating thing. And I don't know that it'll ever be 100% correct. Because one, I think sometimes just in real time, people don't see it. And I don't know if certain plays they deem, they couldn't re-review that one, or they just stood on the fact that they thought they were right. But I would love if it was consistent, because I agree. I've seen in all different sports, whether it be basketball, football, you've seen things and it's like, oh, y'all didn't say nothing when it happened to us, but then it happens to somebody else that people deem as important. And then now we're changing the rules, and we're doing, we're inventing rules to protect them and to do. So I completely understand the perspective and the feeling on that, but it's kind of like, what do you do? I've seen plays that have literally cost teams the game, sent them home, and then all you get is an apology.
Oops,
and sometimes,
my bad.
Yeah, sometimes you get an apology. On that one that was super egregious, all they got was an apology, and we'll look into it. But it's like, meanwhile, I'm at home. Like, that cost me.
I'm chilling in
my
playoff
game.
I can't.
Yep. So it sucks. And I, like you said, I get where she's coming from, but it's like, now it's caused,
because you're at work.
A whole.
You're at work.
Yep.
So I felt like she should have not
just
said
calm
that
down
right
then.
She probably especially during the game.
Yeah.
I know
when you said she went to the locker room, I'm like,
she went to the locker room, got that phone out, and was like, let me say what I got to say. And I get it. She's a human. She's frustrated. I understand that. But you are also at work.
Yep.
You can't do that. You're at work. So I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. But, we just really want things to be consistent. And another thing, we got people yelling and screaming about, oh, they're too rough. Let me tell you something. The women's game is far more physical than the men's game. So don't act like women can't be physical and rough and competitive and can't talk their mess in these sports. Y'all kill me with that.
That's what makes it exciting. Like I said, nobody telling nobody to pull people's tracks out their head and be wrestling on the ground. But it's like, you want to see the passion and the excitement. That's what makes the game. This is entertainment, y'all. Like, what are we what are we here for if we can't have some entertainment, some razzle dazzle?
Yeah.
That used to be what we look forward to, the rivalries, the people talking stuff. That's what sports was built on.
Yeah.
So why y'all trying to water it on down?
For the women, because women supposed to be soft, and we are soft. But if we're playing a sport or we're doing something that's competitive, all that softness goes out the window.
Yeah, we'll be soft after.
After the
But
win.
on the court, yeah, we're trying to win.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. DiJonai didn't get suspended or anything.
Okay.
Just got ejected from that game. But of course, people are calling
They
for her
trying to
head on
review,
things.
yeah.
And like I spoke earlier, I really feel like when I saw this happen, I did not think about the foul at all. I thought about the protection of DiJonai, just because of what we have seen happen.
Mm-hmm.
People going into people's inboxes, saying things out of pocket, people finding out where people live, have people doing what do you call them, protests and things like that. That's what I instantly thought of, because when playing against this team, that's usually the thing that happens. So it's like, I hate that. We've got to get back to the game.
Yeah.
All this extra stuff is uncalled for, and I just really wish one day we will be back to it.
It goes back to social media. Like, it's a gift and a curse. Back in the day when we didn't have, I sound like I'm not that old, y'all. I guess back in the day. But, we didn't have social media like that. So our celebrities, our athletes, they didn't feel as touchable as they do now. And so it's great that it makes the world smaller and we get connected to people that we may not have been before, but that's also the curse of it, is now you know everything and anything about them. You feel like you can just go and say what you want to, and that's not okay.
It's not. It's really sad. So hopefully, and people are like, well, why is it just now happening? There was racism back in the day as well.
Child,
but like Beyonce said, America has a problem. The problem is what's going on right now, that people feel, oh, I can say this and I can do that. So until that changes, I don't see anything changing, unfortunately, and I hate that.
Yep. We've got a ways to go.
We do.
And hopefully it'll get better with
y'all be kind. Be kind. Anyway, let's get into some happier news. There were records broken this past week. So Kayla McBride of the Minnesota Lynx broke the single game 3-point record. She hit 10 threes in a game. Now, I know we talked about 10 threes before, but that was in Unrivaled, and Marina Mabry did that. But she got 10 threes in the game. She's going for 11, but I don't think she got that 11 one. Yes. And it was her first 40-point game, too. She was out there doing damage.
Ballin'.
My girl Angel, of course, she hit a single season double record for the Atlanta Dream. She also holds it for the Chicago Sky as well. And then my other dream girl, Ryan Howard, fastest player in WNBA history to reach 100 career threes. So the ladies, so if we can get back to the basketball, we can see some great things happening in the W. So let's focus on those things instead.
I agree.
Let's go on to the W. I'm sorry, guys. Let's go on to the NBA. Not too much really going on. There were some re-signed. So Dylan Brooks re-signed with Phoenix on a 3-year, $73 million extension.
Not bad.
Gary Payton II is heading back to Golden State
the glove.
on a vet minimum deal. And shout out to Gary Payton, because when we went to a game, we went.
OG Gary Payton?
No, Gary Payton II. We went to the Golden State Denver game. We were in Denver. We were so excited. My nephew was excited. Wanted to see Steph play. Steph ended up having the flu. Steph wasn't even there. But Gary Payton was right by our seats on the bike. Sometimes they warm up on the bike. And he was talking to my nephew. He gave him a towel and everything. So shout out to you, Gary Payton II. And your daddy,
Glove
too.
Jr.
Because
Daddy
was
my
everything.
favorite. I love the Supersonics. When they had him and Sean Kemp.
Yep.
Man. Yep.
Unstoppable. So DeMar DeRozan was waived by the Sacramento Kings, and I've talked about that before, rather than traded, making him a top remaining free agent. And, of course, Philly reportedly reached out immediately once they locked up Jaylen Brown, but we haven't heard anything yet. So I would love to see him with LeBron and now my 76ers. So it's told you it's going to take me some time, but I'm here. Okay. So
Kevin Hart's excited.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Dawn Staley, super excited. She had her LeBron shirt on one day. The Philly people are hyped. Yeah. And I get it. And y'all got some good people on that team. I hate it happened.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. So the Christmas Day schedule has already been released.
Man,
we got some good games. The Spurs versus the Knicks in a little rematch. So hopefully Wemby keep his hands to himself in this game. The Heat versus the Celtics. So we now have Giannis with the Heat. So we'll see how that goes. The 76ers versus the Lakers. So we'll see.
No, they knew what they was doing.
They were waiting on that one. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what type of welcome LeBron gets, because it's going to be in LA. Yeah. I think I may have to. I'm not. I was about to say, I think I may have to go to. It is Christmas Day. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna be at home with my family. Then we have the Thunder versus the Timberwolves. LaMelo's now with the Timberwolves. We'll see how that goes. And then the Nuggets versus the Warriors, which is always a good game. So we'll see.
Dang,
there's some heat coming in on Christmas Day.
Good slate.
For sure.
And then it's just sports all day between the basketball games, the football games.
Open your gifts, eat your food, and then sit down and watch these games.
Yeah, you locked in.
That's it. And then I'm ending with the NBA on a little cute note. Jaylen Brown wants a happily ever after. He attended Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones's wedding, and after being there, he said it made him more open to love. So, ladies, Jaylen Brown is single and ready to mingle. So, y'all give him some love. Maybe he can find his happily ever after as well.
Oh.
Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about was the Professional Softball League. And the KC Diamonds lost in the championship game versus Atlanta Smoke 8-7. The Diamonds were the number 2 seed.
Close.
I know, sitting at 25-12. They fought their way through 3-team double elimination bracket, beating the Florida Vibe to advance, and then faced the top seeded Atlanta. Atlanta was number 1. So I feel like this gives them real staying power. I mean, the girls, they were out there doing it. They got second place in the league in general, and then second place in the championship. And they only lost by one.
Yep. They held it down. Congratulations to them on a successful inaugural season.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, that's good.
I cannot wait to see more from the Kansas City Diamonds. This was a great season. I love going to see them play, and I'm excited to see them do more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Keena, we're going to move right along to replay and receipts. Okay?
We're going to move. What we got?
We're going to bring it back to the NFL. I wanted to take some time to talk about Eric Bieniemy, okay? So we all know Matt Nagy was our offensive coordinator prior, and one of the things for me, and shout out to Matt Nagy, like I said, he got the Super Bowl, like, hey, I ain't got nothing to say about that. We appreciate your service, okay? But I love the accountability that Eric Bieniemy brings, and if you've been following training camp, you can already see the difference. There's been multiple reports from people, Farzan, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's big time into the sports world, and I don't know if he's an official journalist or not. I don't know, but he'd be having some good stuff, though. Yeah, but I know he's been in the game for a minute, so shout out to him. And he had even commented on the difference. He was like, when I've come to training camp and Nagy was up there, sometimes you forget that Nagy was even out there.
That's true.
But with Bieniemy, like the energy is just so much different. And so, we know that he had to step away due to the tragic situation that had happened, the injury with his wife. Thank goodness, she is stable. She's doing better. And so he was able to come back to training camp. However, when he was gone, and this is what I said, now come on, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see. Okay. When he was gone, he was watching the practices. And so what he did, he was live streaming, saw something that he didn't like. He called Brett Veach and was like, yo, put Coach Reed on the phone. Like, because Andy Reid don't like the phones. He called Brett Veach and said, put him on the phone.
Now.
And literally told him something about Emmett Johnson, our rookie running back, Emmett Johnson, that he didn't like his alignment and stuff. So it's like the dedication that he's like, I'm going to watch this and I'm going to still coach you even though I'm not here.
Yes.
Put him on the phone. Tell him this is what they need to do. I just love that because we need that.
Yes.
And even Joe Blameyer, he handled things while Eric Bieniemy was away handling his family business. And so they made it clear that they are reinforcing everything. Like, this is Bieniemy's show. We run in the same type of time. And they're glad to have him back, honestly. Brett Veach has summed up what Bieniemy brings perfectly by saying there's never a safe space with him in a good way. So meaning like, we're going to hold you accountable. If you're not doing something right, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to get on you. I'm going to be on your back. And that's what I feel like we need. Obviously there's a balance. You want to encourage, which he does.
Yeah.
But it's like after the follies of last season and the year before, this is what I'm looking for. Because we already know the Chiefs do have a talented roster. It wasn't for us not having people out there. But it's just like, what was going on? We were not at the follies every Sunday. Like, what is just stuff that was happening? It's like, what are y'all doing? This year, Patrick Mahomes, Kenneth Walker, Xavier Worthy, Tyquan Thornton, like I said, the talent is there, but we have to see the execution this year. And I think this is what Eric Bieniemy brings. Like I said, we've seen the drops, the missed assignments, inconsistencies, and an offense that hasn't been explosive since Bieniemy was there. since he left, that's when the decline went down. Now, sure, we were still at the top in terms of we would get to, but in terms of, like you said, the explosive offense putting up the numbers that we were, it has gone down since then. And so while I'm not saying that, Bieniemy is just going to come and fix everything, I think that we will see an improvement. I mean, even what he did when he went to the Bears and how he elevated that team. So I think with him being back, this is going to be a whole better team. Now, under Bieniemy, the Chiefs offense have finished top 6 in scoring each of the 5 seasons as he was offensive coordinator, and led the league in scoring twice. The entire league. That's what I said. This man is good. Since he left, Kansas City's scoring offense fell to 15th and 21st over the following 3 seasons. So, like I said, there's something to that.
You better bring them receipts. That's what
bring
I'm
them back.
about.
So, like I said, we're not crowning anybody yet. We didn't even have the first preseason game yet. We got to see what things go. But I'm expecting a lot from this Bieniemy offense. Okay, and Keena, this is what I was going to ask you. In terms of what the Chiefs were missing, because we know last year wasn't the best, and this is what I'll say to that. Even though we were 6-11, which is not great, nobody blew the Chiefs out. Like, all the games that we lost were like one score. Like, we
that made it worse for me.
Had it been for one thing, yes. So even in our worst, we still was
right
up
there. Yeah.
Do you think that having Eric Bieniemy back is going to be what helps get us over the edge this year? Or do you think that there's more to it? Like, do you think that we do need a little bit more talent on the roster? Or what do you think is the missing piece that we didn't have last season that we might have this season?
I'm sorry, but we've done more with less. So I don't feel like it is the roster talent at all. With EB back, there's a certain level of discipline that he brings to this team that he's not playing with you.
No.
As you saw, he made a phone call. Like, he's supposed to be at home helping his wife get through. Now, I know she was okay at the time. I know he wasn't just ignoring her and doing this, but he never stops working. So for me, him coming back is bringing back this is a new team, but the same style that was there before, where we were blowing people out, where we were just running over teams. And I think we will see that this year. We have a great roster. We have some great people on this roster. I mean, we got the Super Bowl MVP. We got Patrick Mahomes. And I know y'all might think Travis is washed, but we still got one of the best to ever do it.
Who said that?
Okay, Portia. Who said that?
Right.
Yeah. Now, don't play with the Chiefs. And now we got EB back, which I've been wanting back for a while. Him and Snead. Stop playing with us. This is exactly what needed to happen, I feel like, and I am super excited about this season.
Me too, because, you hear a lot about the potential of these guys and stuff like that. We were seeing results before, and I just want to see results now. You want to see the production. You want to see people catching up the football, lining up correctly. Now, mind you, we got rid of one of the main offenders of that, but still, line up right. Like I said, I think this is what we need. This is exactly what we need.
Right.
Another thing, Keena, do you think that our offense is going to look kind of like the offense of old? Or do you think we're going to see more of the same? Like, do you think it's going to be this dramatic change in our offense? Or do you think it'll be a slower change, if any, in our offense?
There's going to be a change. Now, is it going to be slow or fast? And this is just me as a Chiefs fan. I would like for it to be very dramatic. I would like for it to be very dramatic, but I don't know. We'll have to see. There's a lot of new people out there that we have to figure out. I know training camp is to help with that, but we won't be 100% sure until I don't know how many games into the season that we'll have to figure that out. For me personally, I would love for it to be a dramatic change, especially from last year.
Me too.
But you never know. I do feel like there will be a positive change for sure, though.
Absolutely. I do too. I think we're gonna light it up. Like, I would love just to get back to that, because like I said, as a football fan and someone who knows the sport, like, it's any given Sunday. All these teams are good. You got to find different ways to win. What you did last season ain't necessarily going to be how you win this season. You have to adapt. So I'm not upset about the fact that, well, maybe this season they scored, they had the scoring title, and then the other years they were lower. As long as we're getting the result, we get into Super Bowl.
Right.
But and this is just me on a petty side, just so that people can shut up.
Please.
I would love to start lighting it up again.
Oh,
I would
that'd be
love,
beautiful.
like, will we go back to 50 points, 40 points? Like them crazy games.
Look, I would love that.
Blow the top off.
Miss them games.
Yes. So we'll see. Like I said, I know things take time, but I honestly do think that this is a step in the right direction. I think they respect him and his leadership and what he brings.
Yes.
And then, like I said, just with all the factors involved, Pat won another ring. Kelsey want to go out on top. I think that. And then Kenneth Walker didn't come over here for no reason.
No reason.
He didn't come over here just to sit and take the money.
He didn't come over here to throw footballs at people either.
He came over here to get a chip.
Yes.
And so I just really hope we see that this season, Keenum.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Me too. So we're going to move right along to the 30-second time out. And Keena is on the clock.
I am.
On the clock.
Okay. I'm ready whenever you
Let me get my questions together.
Get them together, child.
Let me get them together.
Get 'em together,
honey.
church.
Okay. Is you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Xavier Worthy or Tyquan Thornton, who has the bigger season?
I'm going to go with Tyquan.
Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, who has the better NFL career so far?
Caleb Williams.
Paige Beckers or Angel Reese, who would you rather build around for the next 5 years?
I hate you.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, so I feel bad.
I'm going to go with Paige, though. I'm going with Paige.
Caitlin Clark or Sabrina Ionescu, would you rather have running your offense? Which one?
Right now, I'm going to go with Caitlin.
Nafisa Collier or Alyssa Thomas, who are you taking as your do-everything player?
I'm going to go with Alyssa Thomas.
Okay.
But dang, that's hard because scoring-wise, I'm going to go with Nafisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had some more, but we'll save those.
You got a good one?
I will ask. I feel like the rest of them, these were, I gave you a lot of basketball ones.
Yeah, you did. With Angel versus Paige was rude.
That's what I was like. That was, but there's no wrong answer.
No, and let me explain that answer real quick. Y'all know I love Angel down. Paige can do so much on the court. She is a leader. Angel's a leader, but Paige has different parts of her game that Angel hasn't mastered yet. So that's why I chose
to build around.
Yeah.
You know, that makes complete sense.
See, I can be non-biased.
See, that's what we do. We gonna say but we gonna bring you the real.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so if your team is down by 2 with 10 seconds left.
Basketball?
Yep, basketball. Okay. Do you tie the game and attack the basket, or you go for the win for 3?
I'm attacking the basket because more than likely I'm also get fouled. So I'm going to attack the basket.
And then we just talked about that too. Like, people ain't going to the hoop no more. Like,
no,
literally, like, you probably
the NBA,
get fouled. There's a high percentage chance you're going to get fouled.
Hey, I don't want to see y'all shooting 53s a game, men. I don't want to see. Get to the basket. Y'all are too big. LeBron, I'm talking to you. But LeBron's a little bit older. So, I mean, I get why he's not always. But he still has the body and the strength to do it.
And you're probably going to draw the foul or make the shot.
Settling for a three-pointer. I mean, I'll even take a mid-range. But just stop shooting 53s a game. Please. Thank you.
Message. All right. Now we're going to move along to flag on the play. So we're going to bring it on back to the Buffalo side. But this time we're going to talk about quarterbacks specifically.
Okay.
Now, ESPN's Bill Barnwell, where he at? Because we gotta come to the front of the congregation.
Please.
As I mean, Charlemagne would say.
Please.
Bruh. So he projected his NFL all-decade team for the 2020s.
For the whole thing?
So it's an all-decade team. So if we're saying all-decade, a decade's 10 years, okay? Just all-decade. So he had Josh Allen as his first-team quarterback, ahead of Patrick Mahomes and ahead of Lamar Allen. So
Lamar Jackson.
I said Lamar Allen.
Yeah, that's okay.
Child. Bruh, okay. You said I just can't. So Josh Allen, and we talking about all decade. We're not saying, okay, the last couple of years. All decade, who would you pick as the starting quarterback to lead that? So Josh Allen is his first team, right? This is why there's a flag on the play. Like, I don't have enough
several flags.
And like I said, I understand. You know, the Chiefs are my team. I'm very clear about that. This isn't me being a homer this is just fact. We're talking all decade, and you're telling me that a man with zero smells of the Super Bowl itself. You got that man over Patrick Mahomes, who'd have been to 5 Super Bowls in the last decade? Never missed an AFC championship game until last year when he was hurt. And as I mentioned, the record was cruddy. It was what it was. But y'all wasn't blowing them out. Y'all was barely beating the Chiefs. We was barely losing with the worst team that y'all claim that we've ever had. His worst play. I gave y'all the numbers weeks ago and how Patrick Mahomes in his worst season, according to everyone, was right up there with Josh. The only difference is Josh has a lot more running touchdowns, but that's the kind of player that Josh is. Pat don't run because we don't want him to get hurt. Now he'll scramble.
He'll scramble, yeah.
And he can, like I said, Pat can do it, but we choose not to use him in that capacity. So what are y'all saying to me?
What was this man's name?
This is his name. Put him at ESPN's Bill Barnwell.
William Barnwell.
Where are you at, bro? Because I don't understand you. Now, like I said, we're not even, because if you said most talented, I'm still picking Patrick Mahomes, who was doing no look passes and all of that before Patrick Mahomes. He's literally, like I said, changed the style of how football is played. Now, like I said, shout out to Michael Vick. There's a lot of quarterbacks that kind of changed the game with the quarterbacks being more mobile, getting out of the pocket more. So I'm not saying that, but in terms of bringing the razzmatazz, who? So you can't even talk about talent. You can't tell me. Let's talk about what Josh Allen has. Let's just put it out there.
He has a beautiful baby girl.
Yes. Shout out. Okay. Josh Allen has an MVP, which let's just put it out there. That's questionable. With an asterisk for me as well, because I think Lamar should have got that year. But okay, you want to say it's close. Fine. He has one MVP. He does have multiple Pro Bowl selections, and he has been one of the most dominant dual threat quarterbacks in football. We get that. He does consistently produce at a consistent and top tier level. That is absolutely correct. Does he deserve to be in the conversation of one of the top 3 quarterbacks in this league? I absolutely think so. For sure. That's not the question. When this man, like I said, when the last Super Bowl Josh Allen been in? Can you tell me when he was in Super Bowl?
No.
Never. Okay. When has he beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs?
Again, never.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because people want to say Josh Allen is doing more with less. In the regular season, he's been. Yes, regular season matters, right? Because that's what we use to get to the postseason. But when we're in the postseason, that doesn't matter anymore. We are back to 0-0 on the scoreboard. It's win or go home. When you cannot produce and win in the most critical of situations in the games that matter the most, how can I say that you are over somebody who has consistently done so and has 3 Super Bowls?
That's been 5 times
in the face.
So you're telling me this is a decade. So you're telling me
that his body of work is better than Patrick Mahomes. That's essentially what you're saying.
Do you remember what movie was that? Was it Mean Girls? She kept trying to make fetch happen.
Yes.
So y'all keep trying to make Josh Allen happen.
That's what it is.
And I don't get it.
That's what it is.
Let him be who he's an amazing quarterback. Nobody's saying that. But why do y'all keep trying to put him above Patrick? I don't even care. And I know people that are not even Chiefs fans that are not understanding when y'all do this. Like, what has he done better than Patrick that can have him be over him in a discussion? I'm sorry. There's things that I don't think he can be over Lamar with. So I don't know what we're talking about.
Because that was the next point I was going to make. If you're going to say that, then we have to bring Lamar into it. Why wouldn't Lamar be over Josh Allen?
They're trying to make Josh Allen happen. That's it.
That's what it is. And I just don't understand why. Why is it that we can't embrace talent in things? Why is it that we have to? I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of an attack sometimes on people's legacies. It's like we want to try to take people down. Like I said, Josh Allen is good. I don't have a personal issue with Josh Allen or the Bills. It is what it is. Like I said, when we play him, it's always fun to watch. They're super close games, and he's always this close. Yeah, and in the regular season, especially in the regular season.
No, we definitely don't do it in the postseason.
Yeah, but it's like y'all playing with me. Like, it's hard for me to take anybody seriously, especially someone who's supposed to have a sports acumen. You mean to tell me that's what you're gonna say? I can't believe anything you said. Yes.
Now y'all fired some quality people to have William over here.
Bring back
saying,
Ryan Clark,
please. You can't even bring back Cam for this. I mean, this
what
is
what the heck? Like, it just make I feel my blood pressure rising already.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Listen, so let's talk about Lamar, because this is the thing. Lamar has had how many MVPs? One that you took away to give to Josh.
Really?
Now, mind you, he hasn't been to a Super Bowl either. The only other one has been Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And he lost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he went.
I can give you saying that, okay, just in terms of individual play or whatever, you might think that Josh Allen has edged Patrick out over the last couple of years. Because as I mentioned, even though his numbers are still one of the top in the NFL, I think people lose sight of things because they're used to Patrick being up so high.
Right.
Like I said, when he first came in, being high flying. And now that he's come down just a little, but still the best, it's like you're forgetting that the numbers and stuff that he's putting up is still up there with the person that you think is the best, like on his worst. So imagine like I said, getting weapons. People want to say Josh Allen don't have nothing. What the Chiefs have? You act like we had people all the time. No.
Are you talking about the consistent Travis Kelce? Because that's the only.
Well, according to y'all say he old and he washed. Like that's what I said. People pick a side. You know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all just jumping around.
We don't have like all-star players or anything like that.
The people that we have, Keena, a lot of them are homegrown. People that we've drafted that have just gotten a name because we've won Super Bowls and done good and they've been developed. Because I think we have an excellent coaching tree. Like one of the best.
Yeah.
So I get that. You know, Tyreek Hill, he's a star in his own right. But Tyreek Hill before that, what's his name? The guy, defensive player. I can't remember where he landed now, but they got into it years ago because he called him a punt return specialist.
Who, Jalen Waddle?
No, not Waddle. It's a defensive player. I'm going to remember his name as soon as we leave here. But it's like Tyreek Hill was returning punts. In the beginning, he wasn't the star wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, people forget where things come from. I'm sick of hearing Josh Allen is elevating and doing more with the least when Pat has done the same thing his entire career and still continues to do so. Y'all just gonna put some respect on Patrick's name.
I know that's right.
That's why I'm excited to see this season because I think like he's extremely competitive. Do you remember when he got picked fourth and he would score that touchdown? He was like.
Yeah.
He remembers.
We love Patty Pat.
That's what I'm saying. I'm here for it. Write it down. Take a picture. I just feel like this is going to be a really big year because people are counting us out. The Chiefs do so much better as being America's team when we're not America's team, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so, that makes complete sense. This is insane to me. It's
insane and it's disrespect. Keena, I want to ask you if you had to rank them now, 1, 2, 3. Pat, Josh, and Lamar. What's your numbers? Who's 1, 2, 3 out of those 3?
Number 1.
And then I'll throw in Joey Burrow.
Okay.
So we'll do 4. Because
I'm
I know some people would say
I'm going to
like
go bottom to top.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Joseph Burrow as number 4. I'm going to go with Joshua Allen as number 3. Mm-hmm. I'm going with Lamar as number 2. And then Patrick Mahomes the second.
There we go.
As number 1.
I agree with that. Joe, we still got to see more. Joe been hurt a lot. And so we'll see if he stays healthy. But yeah, I just wanted to throw the flag on the play on that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like I said, if you disagree, let me know why you disagree. Give me the receipts to prove it if you're going to disagree.
Yeah, you got to come with the receipts. Y'all got to come with the receipts. Show me the
facts, baby. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy, and I needed a second to say that.
And I appreciated that. You came with facts. And that's one thing, I love about our podcast. We have opinions, but we also have facts. Yeah. And we're not just saying things because, they're my favorite, so that's why I'm doing this and that. No, we have stats to back up what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a campaign. Somebody said that in the comments. They said, man, the PR push for Josh Allen
is insane
right now. They really want him at the top of the mountain, honey.
Yeah, y'all go to that stadium and everything. Y'all not going to be able to see from them seats.
All right, Keita, we got to move along. What we got on Tunnel Fits?
What we got on Tunnel Fits this time? So we have Jaden Shaw, a soccer player for Gotham Football Club. And I don't know why we wore I don't know if they were in Texas or why she chose this outfit. But you could tell the people what she has on and what you think.
So it's like chaps, almost like
sweatpants chaps.
Yeah, with the fringe on the side, and she got the baby tee showing the crop tee, the bandana around the neck, the cowboy hat. Is that a New York Giants cowboy hat?
I think it's the Yankees.
The Yankees,
yeah.
The baseball type. I'm confused slightly. Like I said, it's almost giving I'm coming to a part, like I'm dressing in costume.
Yes.
Almost.
For the game.
So it's not my favorite. I'm gonna just be honest. Now the hat is kind of cool though.
Hat's
like
dope.
I always like the Yankee hats and stuff. I think that's cute. But just the whole thing with the bandana, it's a no for me. Certain pieces individually, yes. Just as a collective look, it's not my favorite.
Okay. What do you think if she took off the chaps? Because it looks like she has like maybe navy leggings underneath. No.
But then it would be just
just be a plain fit.
Yeah. So like maybe the pants if they was done another way, and then is that purposefully where we got one up, one down?
I feel like that's purpose.
Which one is the back in the day, the Bloods and the Crips? You had to like what is it?
That was when you had your rag on one side.
No, the pants leg.
Really?
The pants leg meant something. Like if you had the left up was one, the right up was other.
I was never by any gang mess, so I don't know. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm going to ask somebody.
Somebody gonna know.
Somebody know.
And nobody knows why.
But I know
wore
she's
this.
not in the game. Let's be clear.
No,
I just was wondering.
The soccer gang.
Right, yeah. I just was wondering, was that intentional? But yeah, it's just together. I'd probably say nah.
Okay. So we're going to go on to Ray Burrell,
Okay.
Los Angeles Sparks. What do you think of her denim fit?
It's cool. Like, I'm not against it. I think, like, the shirt, so she just got on some denim shorts, look frayed at the bottom. They're above the knee shorts. She's got on some heels. She's got the jacket to go with it, her sunglasses, a little mini purse, and then it looks like she has a bra on, her white bra. So I think maybe that's what it is. Like,
That's what threw me off.
if it
the
was
bra.
like something that had something on it, like some sort of bustier that had something sparkly or that stood out, but it literally looks like a white Victoria's Secret, like just it's a plain old bra.
Yes, the angel bra.
And
I
so
mean,
I don't, yeah, like
I
the cotton
love,
collection.
yes. Ooh, not even the nice one. So I love a jort moment for women. For men, absolutely
jorts,
not.
give
I don't
me
want to see
your
your jorts. But I love
Yes.
the
Jean shirts can be
basis
nice,
for this.
yes.
But to have just a bra on, you could have done a cute little like a bandeau crop or
yes,
something. But
that would've been
I
cute.
don't. And I don't like the black bag. I don't know why. I think it needs some more color. Everything's just very
Yes.
drab.
Yeah. It's not one of my favorites. either.
No. And then we go.
Oh man, we just kind of.
Hey, I did this on purpose. So we have Lee Ueru, and she looks 9.
I was gonna say my daughter had some overalls like that. The shade was like a little bit lighter pink. Literally, that's what I thought
With
with the
pigtails.
striped shirt underneath. And hey, I don't mind a pair of overalls. If
Right.
they look a certain way, you jazz it up.
Yeah.
But this literally looks like I am going to the park and getting on the jungle gym.
Yeah, because I'm going to the park with my mom.
Let's go. I don't.
And
like
Lee
any
Rue's
of
like
it.
6'6", so I don't.
Yeah, it's a no for me.
So with that being said, because I did this on purpose, I picked outfits that were
Who's the best
not
of the worst.
great, and I want to know who is the winner of the week.
Winner
You gotta
in terms
pick
of
a-
who got the best or who's the worst.
No, who has the best?
I would probably have to go with my girl in the middle. It's
Yeah.
either one or two, because even though one is doing too much for me, at least you tried something.
Yeah.
You gave it a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
Everybody else just kind of mailed it in a little
Yeah.
bit. Now, like I said, I like the it's nothing. The shorts on their own would be cute.
The shorts and the
I'm gonna
jacket
go with
are
number
good.
2. I think the
You gonna go
second
number
one
2?
is the winner of the week.
I'm gonna go number 1.
You think number 1?
And I
What
just
took it
I
home for
think
you?
I'm
The
only
the
going
pants?
with number 1 because she's giving me something.
Something. Yeah.
Very much something. She's giving me something
feel
while
that.
everybody else is giving me nothing.
Her individual pieces, like I said, would
Yeah.
be something. It's
I don't
just the,
I don't
the
like
styling
it,
of it.
but
yeah.
it's different.
I could agree with that.
So yep. So that's what we had.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, moving on along to the closing huddle.
All right, I'll start us off for WNBA weekend games. Friday, we have the Wings versus the Fever and Fire versus the Storm. Saturday, Liberty versus Suns, Sparks versus Mystics, and another great game of the Lynx versus the Aces. So make sure y'all tune into that. I did watch this last one, and it was great. The Lynx won, but it was a great game. Then we have Sunday, Fever versus Dream, Sky versus Storm, and Fire versus Mercury. In MLB, the Royals head to Cali to take on the Angels. And these game times are very strange for me. And maybe I should have looked into why they're at this time. But Friday and Saturday play at 8:38. And then Sunday at 3:07. I don't understand the timing. Maybe if any of you understand, maybe this is what the Angels do. I don't understand the times. And then the KC Current is at Gotham playing against our girl with the Chaps
Okay.
on Friday at 7 p.m.
All right. And then you guys know we got some football headed your way.
Yes.
Friday, Dolphins.
See you Friday.
Yeah, there we go.
Friday.
Dolphins at Commanders, Broncos at Falcons, and Bucks at the Jets. Then on Saturday, of course, we have our Rams versus Chiefs here in KC. We got Panthers at Bills, Browns at Bears, Vikings versus the Giants, Jaguars at the Saints, and then the Eagles at the Ravens. That's a good one. Good one.
Ooh.
Like I said, we don't know who's going to play. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Pat probably, he hasn't been cleared to play yet. Don't mean he wouldn't be clear, but I still don't expect him to see any reps. He going to be on the sideline with headphones, child. We're going to see Justin Fields and Garrett Nussmeier, and I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. Now, just to close out the song of the week, usually I like to tie it to something that's going on or happening. This week, I was like, nah, we just going to pick Beyonce
said-
because it's Beyonce. That's what we're going to do.
What we got?
She had that remix, the Morning Dew remix.
is
that
fire.
Ain't it? When I first heard that, I said,
She got her man on there too, so stop playing.
this right. So there is no rhyme or reason other than it's just the Queen Bee herself that released a song, and it's dope. Morning Dew remix featuring Jay-Z. Listen to it if you ain't heard it.
I don't know what you're
Get up
doing.
on game.
Okay.
Right, let me put
'Cause
you
it's
up.
fire.
Okay.
It's fire.
So that concludes our show. We want to thank you all for tuning in with us. We hope you had just as much fun as we did up here cutting up. Make sure that you join us. We'll be here every single week breaking down everything. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. We are on all airways that carry podcasts, as well as YouTube and Instagram. Follow us at the Polished Playbook Pod, and also on YouTube at the Polished Playbook Pod. All right.
Yes.
Well, if you ain't got nothing for
Well,
the
they got to
people-
follow you.
Oh.
Don't forget
I was
Don't
speechless.
forget about
Thank you.
us.
Yes, and if you are so inclined, we would love to engage and have you follow us at DJ Diamond Diva on all social media platforms, and at Nails and Novels with a Z on all social media platforms. We would love to kiki with you and see what you think.
Oh, I do have something.
Yes, what you
Real
got?
quick, I have not even shared this with you guys, but if you love the W like I do, I am an on-air analyst for a show called Hoops and Hers. That's every Tuesday from 12 to 2 Eastern time. Follow me and get all the information, but I'm enjoying myself just talking about the ladies. So if you love the W, you can watch. But
Yes,
but
yes,
y'all need to
yes.
stay here, because here we give you the W, we give you the NFL, we give you the MLB, we give you the NBA, we give you all of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. So, yeah, shout out to Keena doing her thing. And
We
make sure
both
you
doing
join
our thing.
us back here, same bat time, same bat place next
Yes.
week. Bye.